Did you know that sometimes the smallest act of kindness can completely rewrite someone's story? Let me tell you about a quiet fifth grader named Sophie Miller. Sophie wasn't the loudest girl in her class or the most popular. She was the kind of girl who sat by the window, sketching little hearts and stars on her notebook while dreaming of adventures she was too shy to live. She always had a smile, but deep down, she was lonely. Her family had just moved, and she hadn't made any real friends yet. One Monday, a new boy named Jake Parker joined the class. He was funny, confident, and could make the whole room laugh. But behind his big personality, Jake was struggling. Tears. Dad was a soldier serving overseas, and the nights felt long and empty. He hid his sadness behind jokes and smiles. As the weeks went by, Sophie admired Jake's confidence from afar, and Jake noticed her quiet kindness. They didn't talk much, just exchanged polite smiles. Then came the Friday that changed everything. Their teacher, Mrs. Hall, announced it was going to be Kindness Week. Student had to do one anonymous good deed and leave a kind note for someone. That Monday, Sophie saw Jake sitting alone at lunch, staring at his sandwich, his usual energy gone. Something told her he was the one who needed it. So, she wrote a small note on a sticky paper and quietly slipped it into his locker. Said, "You make this class brighter just by being here. Don't ever stop smiling. A friend." The next morning, Jake found the note. At first, he thought it was a prank, but as he read it again, a real smile spread across his face. No one had ever said anything like that to him before. He didn't know who wrote it, but it made him feel seen. That night, he told his mum, "Someone at school thinks I make things brighter." His mum smiled, her eyes tearing up. "Maybe they see what I've always seen in you." The very next day, Jake walked into class with a new energy. He started greeting everyone, helping his classmates, and even volunteered to decorate the bulletin board. Sophie watched quietly from her desk, her heart feeling warm. His smile was all the thanks she needed. But then, something beautiful started to happen. Inspired, Jake began writing kind notes to her. He left one on a student's desk that said, "Your drawings are awesome. Keep it up." Slipped another under Mrs. Hall's door. "Thanks for believing in all of us." Soon, these small notes started popping up all over the school. The janitor found one on his cart. The lunch lady found one taped to the fridge. The entire school began buzzing with kindness. By Friday, the principal held an assembly. Holding up a stack of colorful notes, she said, These little messages have filled our school with joy. The amazing part is, we don't even know who started it all." Sophie smiled quietly, her heart pounding. A few rows away, Jake smiled too, having no idea the very first note was written for him. A few months later, Jake found out Sophie wrote that first message. He walked up to her after class and said, "You have no idea how much that helped me. You gave me hope when I didn't even know I needed it." From that day on, Jake and Sophie became the best of friends, starting a kind words club to spread even more positivity. Years later, Sophie became a children's counselor, teaching kids the lesson that changed her life. Never underestimate your words. Even the smallest note can light up someone's darkest day. If this story touched your heart, remember that your words have power. One kind act can change everything. For more stories that inspire kindness and courage, make sure to subscribe to Motivoons. Thanks for watching.